Hello, my name is Duncan Alderdice, and the reason I make these videos is to document the journey I take as I become who I am. Today was a good day, interesting day, plenty of things happened. First item of business is the dials, which I'm just going to refresh. Excuse me, 142 dials on the day. That's activity that we'd like to see, and one book demo. Now, the book demo technically was from somebody who I cold called back in October and said, like, love the pitch, but busy with Medicare right now. Can you call me back in the new year? And then so I did. So it feels like not quite as like a real demo booked, like someone just cold, but nonetheless the activity is there, so we're happy with that. It's starting to get at the end of the tasks, and I know the leads that I'm calling, I don't like blaming the leads, but the leads that I'm calling are part of the group of leads that I have called multiple times, like the fourth call, fifth call, that sometimes it's like, okay, they're not going to pick up at this point, we got to work through them. But nonetheless, one book demo. Did I say that? If I didn't, I'm adding the animation right there, as well as one demo held. Is there anything that happened during the day that I want to kind of go over? No, woke up at a decent time, did the push-ups, been eating well, read and edited video. Spent an hour of the day because I actually, like after the power hour, I was like 140-ish, 30-ish dials at that point. Like I spent an hour editing and like finished 3 videos, so that was cool. And I'm glad that I'm not doing all the text animation, well, for the moment, but it makes sense to me, and it's kind of running in parallel with the things that are going on in James Clear's Atomic Habits, which is like I need to set the habit, create the habit first before I improve the habit. Like, don't make each video the best video that I possibly can. First, get in the habit of producing a video every single weekday. Then the next step is to produce higher quality videos, because ultimately the constraint will be is the time that I have available. And the only way to increase from there is either to stop spending my time elsewhere and more time on this, or have money to buy somebody else to spend their time on this. And like, that's how you grow, conceptually speaking, at least. But so the demo that I did hold, it went well. It was a video demo. Probably should have been a call, but they were the person suggested it was a video demo, just so I could be reviewed by my sales manager and we could improve on that front. But so takeaways is the call went well. How I got through the qualification, which is the thing I'm working on, and did the pitch enough, and then got to pricing at the end. The problem was the fact that in the qualification, it wasn't clear that this person needed us. It would be nice to have, but it wasn't like that they had a problem that we could solve. Like, their operation was good enough as it was that they're not failing without this. It just depends do they want more, and do they want to dedicate the time that we have to provide. But what I like is when they were looking at pricing, they were kind of feeling like it was too much money, and like they gave the reasons why, but then I challenged that rather than just kind of like backing down, and said, going like, well, how many people would you need to onboard before you got your money back? And then they went like, well, that's a really good perspective. And so it's nice because then that is me being rewarded for the action of challenging it, as well as understanding the utility in walking through the person I'm speaking to, the potential return on investment, because the way that the program is set up is in such a way where when you understand the potential return on investment, the perceived risk diminishes like to zero, because roughly speaking, you just need to bring on one client before you've made your money back, if not more. So then it's like, okay, well, like, do you really think that if you were sent 50 people with 50 working phone numbers, you wouldn't be able to onboard one? Like that's where the conversation shifts, rather than going like, this seems too high. As well as I'm happy about, I didn't offer any promo, like didn't offer any discount. And why I'm happy about that is because I would have, had they want to go forward. But what I don't want to get in the habit of doing is, when it feels like I'm losing the deal, defaulting to make the price cheaper. Because it's like, no. Let's make sure that they actually need it, And the reason why they feel good about the price being lower is just an added bonus, or just a bonus, because that's technically redundant, added bonus, rather than the pivotal reason why it is as to why they purchased the program to begin with. Because like you don't make purchasing decisions based on price alone. That's not the variable you consider. You don't go to the grocery store and go like, oh, there's two $4 items, I'd like to get some of those, and like that one's a $16 item and stuff. Like no, you go like, oh look, raspberries are on sale. But I'm buying raspberries. That was the fucking, of course I say the worst example after that. Raspberries as what I want, and then look, there's bread. Oh, awesome, we could make a turkey. The value that you get from the food is the reason why you make a purchasing decision, not the price alone. So if when the person you're speaking with, the prospect, is objecting to the price, the mistake that can be made is by then meeting them at their level and going, okay, let's adjust the price to make it satisfying for you, when they may be saying it's the price, but in actuality, they don't think they're going to get a return on their investment. They think that the leads that you're selling suck. So then instead of going like, oh, let's make it cheaper, let's find out why you think that's too expensive. Because from my point of view, it's not. And the only reason I have that perspective is because I work for the company and know more information about the company and therefore have a better understanding of the offer. But that's that. I think we're good. Okay, so yesterday I did procrastinate the sales presentation. I'm kind of feeling like I want to do that again. We'll see. I know I won't this weekend. I think what I want to do at minimum, I'm going to say it out loud right now, at minimum I'm going to look at the notes that I have and figure out what I would like to do tomorrow morning. And just write that out and going, this is the task I'm going to do tomorrow morning. Rather than going, like not doing anything, going to sleep and waking up and having to figure everything out. I can instead going like, okay, we're going to do this. And then if tomorrow I'll wake up and I'm like, this doesn't seem right, let's switch to something else. At least we're deciding to switch to something else from something rather than deciding what to do to begin with from the get-go. So that's the tea. Talk to you later.